cords are a little tangled because of my new mic setup, but I'll figure it all out. Don't worry, I will. Alright, mic is working functioning again. Alright, so it's time for us, now that the rain has started to fall here in Thavnair, for us to continue on. So let's go ahead and speak with Estinian to take on the next epilogue main story quest entitled Friends for the Road. Estinian is ready to escort Marad to safety. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. You'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Marad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. Yes, and take the little boy with you. And we will make a return trip all the way back to Charlian. Alright, so back here at the Baldessian Annex where Ojika is definitely over there, but we need to wait for him to be made available. There we go. Oh, look who it is! Welcome back, Rika! What might the students do for you? Well, we need to speak with Graha. Graha! Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Kryl. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. And so... there are the two of them. As they mull over whatever it is that they're doing.
Ah, Ojika, my good man.
Nope, wrong person.
Would you be so kind as to...
Yeah. Mikote are much taller than Lalafels. Hello there.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
No, you're not seeing things. Yeah. What are the two of you working on, or how's the restoration coming along?
Slow and steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Fowl.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come.
I'm sure it will.
But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
Not at all. In fact, let me explain to you exactly why I've come. I'll need to go into a bit of detail about it.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition.
That's right.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh, what did you have in mind? Oh, what do you see, Kryl? Oh, what's wrong with Graha? Yeah, his ears are quivering, his tail is quivering. Yeah, I think he's gonna lose his mind.
It's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
Yeah. Look at the glint in its eyes.
Sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
I guess we are. Yeah, he's like a kid waiting to be excused from doing something. Yeah, don't worry, my little child.
Else to come along?
Not as of yet.
Then might I suggest we invite your Stola?
Why that? Yeah, like, are you sure?
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift.
Yeah, we've heard about that.
It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, maybe we can do what we can to help.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Well, yeah, it's like we're getting the whole band back together.
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
Yeah. Shall we?
From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Oh, alright. Yeah, and by the way, Rika's still taller than Graha.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Of course. We'll make sure to come back when the opportunity presents itself.
Then it's off to the library.
It's off to the library. Yeah, take care there, Kryle. And so the two Mikote are on their way. And we're about to pick up a third. Alright. So from here we want to get to over there, so we'll just go ahead and run on over. And run all the way down to the far end of the library. Yeah, Stola's in here somewhere, buried underneath these pile of books. So let's go and check in on her. Yeah, she's literally fallen asleep rusting on a pile of books. She's bored a lot of them.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Me neither. Burning the candle at more than 2 ends. Maybe 3 or 4. Yeah. This is definitely a lot different than the last time we caught her sleeping. Although she wasn't sleeping as much as she was unconscious. And so sometime later... Oh, her ears are perking up, and she's finally coming around. Hi there.
Close my eyes for one moment.
And the music cuts off abruptly, and we're just like, yeah, over here, and...
Ow.
Oh! Yeah, you bored way too many books, Stola.
How long have you two been here?
Yeah, pace yourself, please. Yeah, we just arrived, or we didn't want to wake you. Yeah, you look so peaceful.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Yeah. Definitely pushing herself for sure. Surprised no one else came to check up on her.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
We know where you want to go.
Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A
And?
means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
Well, we could always ask Graha to do his sucking of souls power to transfer people between worlds again.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
That's only because you had a heavy book dropped on your head.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
Actually, there is. So let me tell you exactly why we're here in the first place.
Al-Zadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If
Definitely
those
piqued your
tales are
interest?
true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse.
Of course.
And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Whenever you're ready.
Akyali by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him and be on our way.
Alright. Yeah, I think we've definitely accomplished something here. And away go the three little kittens. Yeah, sorry there, little mammoth. You're gonna have to put all those books away. Yeah, Ishtola, at least clean up after yourself. Yeah, come on, girl. Anyway, we gotta head off to Labyrinthos and to Aporia specifically to get closest to Thalmazane. Of course, I can't fly when I'm around in this place for some stupid reason. Yeah, in here somewhere is Urianger. So, what brings you here?
Ah, our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure.
More or less.
I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Oh, you've heard about that. Yeah, it is good to see you well, or wasn't Thancred with you?
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
Well, in the meantime...
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed.
And what did you discover?
Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies.
Ah, the Loporits. Yeah, where are they right now?
You may recall, the Loporits have been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle.
I guess.
I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loporrits now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Well, their eyes are being opened to a lot of things.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
We've come to drag you along. And here's the reason why. But I thought you already knew of what we were doing.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
And so, yeah. Hope you don't mind taking care of 3 cats there, Orianger.
How long has it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Istinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
Oh, really?
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Hi there, Thancred. Good to see ya.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
Oh, who's the mentor? Is it someone I know? Yeah. How was your pilgrimage there, Thancred?
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter.
Well, that's good to know at least.
In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos.
Still?
A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches.
Oh, of course.
So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seen fit to gather?
Well, let's explain why we're here in the first place.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Okay, then.
Of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I?
Clearly not.
In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
Who makes us say that?
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
Will do.
Till we meet again.
Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
I'm sure he'll be confident that we'll be making it there just in time. And with plenty of it, too. Yeah. Oriange, I hope this doesn't make people think that you're some kind of crazy cat lady or crazy cat guy. But let's head off back to Thavnair. So as the sun sets on another day here in Thavnair, we get ready to begin our journey to this place. Alright, standing, we're back. I sent you to recruit Graha and you returned with an entire survey party. Yeah. I hope Matsu's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is, we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. Oh, she's in there somewhere. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs in the shallows there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. Yeah, that's something we'll need to do. So, we'll take our 1,260 gil, plus choice of food or silver pieces, but with what's available, I will help myself to 3 portions of baked alien soup. Still trying to figure out why they're alien exactly. So let's go ahead and speak with Ishola to take on the next quest for the main story of the new epilogue entitled Azadal's Legacy. Ishtola is intrigued by the legend of Azadal III. And so, let's mull over our game plan. Azadal III. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed that the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more than simple folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? His undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that we know not what we will find. Not until we find it high. So let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. Good idea. So, our target is out there somewhere, beyond the sea as we make our way towards the setting sun. Let's have a look at where we're going and what we'll hopefully find when we get there. As we officially unlock the first epilogue dungeon, Azadal's Legacy. And of course, because dungeons are trust-oriented now, you can do them with these guys, but for those not familiar, there is a new addition to 6.1. The trust no longer extends to just the Scions. If you so desire, you can use duty supports. Duty support works like trust, but it comes with a little difference. It allows you to do any and all of the dungeons from Reborn's main story, from Shadowbringers' main story, and from Endwalker's main story, all under trust. You don't need to have the characters oriented with trust to be part of this. You'll get 3 random people depending on what DPS you're playing as, and so it will work that you can basically do this all without ever needing to call upon anyone. So it can be all AI oriented as you make your way through the journey, but considering how little trust I have in the trust system, I'll stick to old school and I'll stick with playing with people that I know I can trust. So now the sun is setting. Let's go ahead and prepare for the journey into the great beyond.